Pat Martel is the city manager for the city of Daly City, California, and she's also a vice president of ICMA. And Pat, we were really interested in talking with you about how ICMA serves local communities like yours, how it makes a difference for you as a professional. Well, what's the value?
Well, you know, I've been in local government for 30 years this year, and I joined ICMA 30 years ago when you couldn't be a full member if you were anything less than a city manager. You were an affiliate member, but I joined with the approval of my city manager at the time, and over the last 30 years, through my involvement in ICMA, I have really benefited from the professional development opportunities that are provided through the programs and services that ICMA offers to local government managers. I've benefited enormously from the conferences that I've attended over the years and the opportunity to meet with public managers from not just in California but throughout the country. And learn what people are doing in other areas of the country that are innovative and that can be easily translated into what we do here in California. I think that ICMA has done a really good job over the years of helping us all to understand more fully the value of our profession and how we can communicate that to the public that we serve. The council manager form of government has stood the test of time. Professional local government management is the cornerstone of ICMA, and our ability through the resources that are available from ICMA to articulate that to our communities has been very important in helping them to understand why professional management is core to what we do in government in general, and that people who are trained managers who have the skills that we can reinforce constantly through programs offered by ICMA are what make our communities sound, make them well managed, make resources that are, particularly today, that are so limited that we make the best decisions about the use of resources.
Great. Well, we're recording this right at the ICMA conference in San Jose here in 2010, and I'm interested, given the practical value that you find from it, what are some things and issues, challenges that you're facing in Daly City that you're coming here to the conference to see what other people are doing, and what might be some solutions you could consider and take back home? What are some of the key hot issues that you're looking at and looking for from your colleagues?
Well, you know, obviously in this economic environment, issues related to budgeting are always important, and managing, our public finances in creative and innovative ways and meeting the vast needs that we have with limited resources is so important. And there are a number of sessions related to budgeting and public finance. It's also important during this time that we really engage the public in promoting their education and awareness about what's going on, not just in our own community, but in the larger government area and local government throughout the state of California and beyond California. And there are a number of sessions that will help us to identify and resources regarding civic engagement and how we can bring the public into more of our processes, because I really do believe that an educated public is the cornerstone of democracy, and if we're really to do our jobs as effectively as people expect in local government, we have to have people who come in and participate and share their views with us and help us to identify ways to improve what we do, and when we're not doing a good job, to tell us what we need to be doing better, and we have to be open to that. So engaging the public is not something that historically we've done really well, but it is now an absolutely essential skill to effective public management, and ICMA has offered a lot of sessions that will help to build our skills in that area. I think that there's so many emerging areas, particularly one that I've been very interested in at this conference is social media, because we really have to again think creatively in ways to bring the public into local government and have them understand what we do. And the tools that are available through social media are a great way to engage the public in the convenience of their home. But it also has some challenges for local government to use social media, and ways that we ensure that there's public access and that people are using social media in a responsible way, and that if we use social media in local government, that we have certain parameters or criteria that we use to be sure that we are doing those kinds of outreach efforts in a responsible way. So I think there's just so many different ideas. It's a marketplace of ideas here at the ICMA conference, and depending upon whether you're from a larger city like Daly City or a smaller city that doesn't have as many resources available, ICMA has a range of sessions and programs that can serve managers at all those different levels.
Okay, and as you look at attracting new people into the profession, what would you say to them about the opportunities ahead? I think, you know, people might be looking at local government and feeling very conflicted, like, oh, it could be very interesting, a lot of diverse things to work on, but oh my God, you know, there's all these problems with the budgets and everything else, and the publicity about things that are happening in various cities that might be causing people to shy away from it. What advice would you give to people who are thinking about this as a career?
Well, you know, I'm passionate about local government. I think it is the most noble profession. I believe that there is no more satisfying job that one could have than to serve the public. And at the local level, where really we meet the vast needs of our communities in a way that county government doesn't, state government can't, and the federal government doesn't. And so I think we have opportunities at the local level to really have a hand in shaping the future of cities and ensuring that the quality of life that people expect and that they've come to anticipate, that we can sustain that over time. I think that for many young people that I talk to today, and I am a member of the Preparing the Next Generation Committee of ICMA and have worked tirelessly to encourage young people to consider public sector careers, and for those who are already working in the public sector to think in terms of looking at public management and even the city management track. In my own community in Daly City, I have developed a number of programs, a leadership program, a talent exchange program that allows our employees to take a 3-month hiatus from their permanent assignment and work in another city department to be exposed to different kinds of activities, the different operations of our city, in the hope that they will then think more broadly about the opportunities that are available for them in local government, and that even if they've worked in the finance area for 10 years, it doesn't mean that they have to work in the finance area for 30 years, that there are other options for them. We also work extensively with the local colleges and the high schools to put on programs for student in government to bring in students so that they can be exposed to what we do, so that they can shadow us in the city, so that we can serve as mentors for them in identifying the skills that they would need to pursue a public sector career. And I'm often told that my enthusiasm and my passion is very infectious because I can tell people that, you know, I've only worked in the public sector my entire career, and I don't think that there would have been any other option for me that it would have been as satisfying as working in local government.